During its 75th anniversary celebration, the Philippine Marine Corps officially unveiled its first Brahmos supersonic cruise missile battery, marking a major milestone in the country's push to strengthen its external defense capabilities. The ceremony, held at Marine Barracks Rudiardo Brown in Taguig City, highlighted the deployment of the Brahmos system to a coastal defense base in Zambales, a strategically significant location overlooking the contested waters of the South China Sea. The event marks a transformative chapter for the Philippine Marine Corps, redefining it from a primarily amphibious and expeditionary force into a central component of the nation's emerging anti-access area denial strategy, one aimed at deterring and countering potential incursions by hostile naval forces. Foreign dignitaries from India and the United States were present at the ceremony, underscoring international acknowledgement of the Philippines' shifting defense posture and the increasing significance of integrated deterrence in the South China Sea region. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Indian-supplied Brahmos will be key weapon for the Philippines against Chinese belligerence. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. In 2013, under the leadership of President Benigno Aquino III, the Philippines filed an arbitration case against China at the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, Netherlands. On July 12, 2016, the tribunal delivered a landmark ruling in Manila's favor. The verdict decisively invalidated China's sweeping claim of historic rights over vast portions of the South China Sea outlined by its so-called 9-dash line. Despite the ruling, Beijing dismissed the tribunal's authority, declared the decision null and void, and continued to reject its legitimacy. For years, Manila's options in the West Philippine Sea were largely diplomatic protests, Coast Guard shadowing, and anemic naval patrols against a far larger Chinese presence. In 2022, the Philippines reached a deal with India for the supply of Brahmos missile system. Manila's order is a crucial move aimed at modernizing the country's outdated military amid regional disputes with China. The deal, valued at $375 million, marks India's Defense Research and Development Organization, or DRDO's largest ever defense contract with a foreign nation and the first ever export for Brahmos. The Philippines is getting 3 batteries of the supersonic missile system. While Brahmos has several variants, the Philippines opted for shore-based anti-ship missile version of the missile. Each battery comprises 2 missile launchers, a radar, and a command and control center, and some supporting elements like missile reloading assets. The Brahmos deal included training. In early 2023, 21 Philippine Navy personnel completed their operator training in Nagpur, India, receiving interim missile badges from the Indian Navy chief upon completion. Construction of a Brahmos site at Philippine Naval Station Leo Vigildo Gantioque in Zambales on the coast of western Luzon began in second half of 2022. The site features buildings similar to those at Brahmos sites operated by the Indian Armed Forces. These include a high bay facility for system maintenance and testing, as well as a bunker for missile storage. Importantly, the Brahmos system is mobile and can be shifted from one location to another to avoid counterstrikes. The Philippines will surely exploit this advantage and more locations will be built. Another site that seems to have been identified is the Philippine Marine Corps 4th Marine Brigade at its headquarters in Camp Cape Bojador in Burgos, Ilocos Norte. Brahmos is developed jointly by India's Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, and Russia's NPO Machino-Stroyenia. It is considered to be one of the most deadly cruise missiles in the world. Brahmos combines 3 technical attributes that matter in coastal anti-ship warfare: speed, kinetic punch, and a low terminal profile. It is a two-stage weapon, solid booster plus ramjet cruise stage, that sustains supersonic cruise, commonly stated at around Mach 2.8 to 3, which dramatically shortens reaction time for defenders and complicates interception timelines. The export variant carries a 200-kilogram, 440-pound conventional warhead. This, along with the high kinetic energy, is lethal. Brahmos actually has about 9 times the kinetic energy of conventional subsonic missiles like Tomahawk. The combined destructive force of massive warhead and kinetic energy is lethal for even large warships. Its ability to execute sea-skimming terminal trajectories reduces radar detection and increases the chance of penetrating layered ship air defenses. In fact, during the terminal phase, the missile can fly as low as 10 meters to the ground. Also, in the final stages of flight, it doesn't move in a straight line, but performs a S maneuver to evade interception. Brahmos is also pretty difficult to jam since it has lots of redundancies in the guidance system, and it also has an active radar seeker or inertial guidance for the final phase. Its accuracy of around 1 square meter makes it suitable for precision strikes. Importantly, the missile utilizes a fire-and-forget system, requiring no additional input from the operator once the missile has been launched. So the features of Brahmos are not just theoretical advantages. They translate into a short decision window and a destructive single shot if the missile arrives unintercepted. During Operation Sindoor, in May, none of the Brahmos fired by India was intercepted by Pakistan, though they had several advanced air defenses. The deployment reinforces the Philippines' shift from a historically reactive maritime posture to a proactive, intelligence-driven coastal defense strategy that relies on long-range strike capability rather than mere presence patrols, strengthening Manila's credibility in the South China Sea. This paradigm shift elevates the Brahmos system as a central pillar of the Philippines' emerging South China Sea anti-access area denial shield, optimized to deny adversary warships freedom of maneuver and impose substantial operational risks on any power-projecting force near the country's western seaboard. The Brahmos system's placement in Zambales dramatically shifts regional threat calculations because the missile's range extends to key flashpoints, positioning it as a credible deterrent against coercive activities by foreign vessels inside the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone. With a range of about 180 miles, 290 kilometers, for export variant, the Brahmos missile system puts key areas, such as Scarborough Shoal, one of the most hotly contested features in the Philippines' territorial dispute with China, within striking distance. Former Philippine Secretary of National Defense Delfin Lorenzana noted, "Brahmos missiles will provide deterrence against any attempt to undermine our sovereignty and sovereign rights, especially in the West Philippine Sea. The mere presence of the Brahmos battery will compel People Liberation Army Navy commanders to alter patrol routes and adopt conservative engagement envelopes, outcomes that significantly pushes back on Chinese hegemonic designs."